What's up, you guys? Andre here with ZbWKwL. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not really going to be me working out on the field. It's going to be me advertising my business in my BNI group. Many of you guys have been asking me, like, what is this thing? Is it worth it? What do you have to do? How often do you have to go? And I'll try to answer those questions for you guys today. So, is it worth it? For me, so far, yes, it has been very worth it. I have been making very good money and giving quite a bit of business to the group as well. It's kind of like a giver's gain type of thing. You give, you receive. So for me, it has been working out quite well. How often do you have to show up and present your business in person? Typically, it's once a week, unless it's like a holiday or something like that. We just skip it and then we just don't show up pretty much. Which is nice because, you know, showing up every week gets tiring. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough to make time every single week. But that's the only way that this group is gonna work, is if you actually show up in person and do your part. So that's why they take it very seriously of you showing up every time. Whenever it's your turn to present in our group, you have to show up with the $20 door prize, and this is going to go to somebody that brought the most referrals or gave the most amount of business to somebody in the group for the week. The next thing I'm going to talk about is money, and yes, it does cost money to join this group. The price is going to vary a little bit from location to location, so you're really going to have to go in person and, you know, check it out. But at least 2 times I know for sure are free, so you can go 2 times for free even if you don't join and advertise your business, which I would highly recommend, because it will make you a little bit more comfortable with public speaking. Because honestly, it is awkward. You might think you're very good at public speaking until you actually go talk about your business in front of people you've never met. It gets pretty awkward pretty quick, and I've actually invited other junk haulers to go to these type of things, and the thing they say most of the time is that, man, I'm not good at public speaking. And who is until you actually do it? You know, I was very awkward the first couple times. Now it's pretty comfortable. I'm still awkward to this day, but I do it because it makes my business money. So if I have to deal with a little bit of awkwardness to make more money per year, yes, I'm absolutely gonna do that. But some guys are just not willing to give it a try. But it is what it is. It's not for everybody, and that makes total sense. Our group specifically is very small. It's around 15 members. Sometimes we have 16, 17, and sometimes we have 13, 14. It just depends, because some people join, some people leave, because not everybody can make time to actually show up to these meetings and, you know, present their business, which I get, because most of us are small guys. For me, so far, I haven't been kicked out because I actually show up on time and I do my part. So as long as you do your part, you're gonna be in it and you're gonna do pretty well. So for me, I ended up bringing in around $50,000 in 2024 in revenue from the group. And then I also ended up giving around $50,000 worth of work. I think a little bit less. I'm not sure exactly. I have to look at my numbers, but I know that I've given quite a bit of business as well. And that's how it goes. You know, you give, you receive. The way these meetings work, it's honestly pretty simple. You show up, you talk to other business owners for about 15 to 30 minutes. You know, you discuss whatever type of week you guys got going on, or how you can refer them better, or whatever miscellaneous type of things you want to talk about. So that's the easy part. And then later on, you're actually going to get up and speak in front of the group for about 60 seconds. And every single person gets to do that. And once every few months or so, you're going to get to speak in front of the group for about 10 minutes, which this could go both ways. It could be very smooth or very awkward. It just depends on who's doing it. And, you know, it's pretty awkward for me sometimes. I'm not a natural at this type of stuff, so I do get a little bit nervous speaking in front of multiple people, but sometimes it honestly goes super smooth and you don't even realize how smooth it went. And you guessed right. Today, I am the person that is blessed with the opportunity to speak. So I'm going to take you guys with me and show you guys exactly how this is going to go for the most part. And I'll also show you guys some of the networking type of stuff. It's just, you know, it's a networking thing. I've never been to another networking group, so I don't really know what to compare it to. But honestly, for the most part, this is pretty smooth in my opinion, and it's been well worth it for me, because obviously it has brought in pretty good amount of revenue. So as long as it continues to bring in revenue, I'm going to continue to renew every year. And that's just kind of how it goes. You know, you want to give something a try, and then if it works, you know, you stick and you just try to improve at it. Or if it doesn't work, you move on to the next thing. And this has been one of the things that worked for me, so that's why I'm kind of been sticking with it. If you are an awkward person, you want to make sure you show up early or on time, because if you're awkward and you show up late, it just makes it even more awkward. Like, look at me today. I'm bringing a whole tripod. Like, I've never done this before. People are gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but you know, just part of the game.
Late today.
You're early. You're the first one here.
I'm always the first one here, but usually have it all done before everybody gets it's inside, so. I wondered if you were gonna record yourself. I was gonna ask you if you were gonna record it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to record me on your phone instead?
Nope. I figured you'd have your tripod. I knew you had your little thing you carried, and I thought it made a tripod too, right?
No, that doesn't make a tripod.
Or is that your GoPro?
This is my GoPro right now. I'm recording you.
I know.
What's up, man?
What's up? We gonna make the YouTube channel?
Yep. How you doing, man?
Hey, good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. You been staying busy?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday was a day off. School we were out. But,
Oh, yeah?
Still busy with the kids because then you have to switch gears.
If you want snacks, we have those.
Busy weekend.
Free.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Good morning.
What's up?
What's going on, Ray?
This guy's recording.
You said Disney. You said that there's a brand new park at Universal?
Yeah.
How's it going, Ray?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing well.
Killing it?
Yeah, trying to. Trying to be like you, making that big money with the insurance, you know?
Yeah, right.
Dad of Disney.
Yes.
We love it.
Should I even open this? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have it. Actually, wait, there's a couple more right
Last
there.
time we tried Harry Potter, my sweet daughter.
Use these ones first. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm just waiting for your life insurance paperwork to come in. It should come in on my. It should come in the mail, probably today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully. And then after I get it, we'll. I can either have you e-sign it, or I can bring it over to your house and just need a paper signature, a wet signature. That's it.
All right. Sounds good.
So nothing too hard. But yeah, you guys
They didn't have a problem approving me. They said I was healthy.
Yep.
That's good.
Courtney and I
Good
did
thing,
by
man.
ourselves.
It's always a great thing when you're healthy.
Right. Does everybody need life insurance, Ray?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just in case you die or something.
Absolutely, man.
Got to make sure the family's covered.
Yep, that's right. A lot of people think, oh, I'm single, I don't need it. But
Yeah.
if you have a house, you have a car, you want to pass it on to somebody,
Yeah.
Still on the.
it's a good idea to have it.
Yep.
That way they don't have to sell your assets off to pay for it. You can't pass anything down.
Right.
So, but I mean, if you're selfish, yeah, absolutely, you don't need life insurance.
You just got to get it on the wife.
On the life, yeah.
Been part of this thing since 2023. Hello. How you guys doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Andre.
Tony,
Good to meet you.
good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you subbing or
I am.
who you subbing for?
I'm subbing for Steve.
For Steve? He's not here again?
Again, 2 weeks in a row. He missed last week.
And he won't be here next week.
What is he doing?
Don't ask me.
Hey Beth, how's it going?
Good.
You've been breaking a lot of hearts this Valentine?
Everybody's hearts have been broken this Valentine's. Everybody's getting a divorce. Their tax returns are back. They can afford to get a divorce now, Andre.
Yeah.
It's the holiday of anti-love.
So you've been making a lot of money then, huh?
I don't know about that.
Looks like the big money guys showed up, huh? Roofing and restoration, huh?
That's you.
You thirsty this morning, Sean?
Absolutely.
Did you have something you weren't supposed to have last night, or what's going on?
Oh no, just stayed up too late watching TV.
Netflix and chill, huh?
Were you on videos today?
Yep. Did you know you're presenting? They swapped me and you.
I presented 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but they swapped again.
Monday, I
Yes,
ended up
sir.
getting 3 calls.
Okay, nice.
Seems like they're most time on the weekend.
Yeah, I saw somebody recently. They were like, they said something about the price busting on their home, but they were like, I don't have any money, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna refer Brian to that. So,
You gotta have enough money to cover your deductible.
yeah, exactly.
We all know.
How much is the deductible? Is it about $1,000?
On average, most of the time. Sometimes it's a percentage, but it all depends on your policy.
Dang, yeah. That's crazy though, how you can have a house and not have a $1,000 emergency, huh?
Yeah, maybe 1,000, 2,000, 2,500. If he doesn't have money, he's probably got a high deductible.
No, it's about the same.
About the same for everything?
Yeah, sometimes you get more than that. Every now and then I run across one that's 500, but
In Florida,
typically it's 1,000, not 1,000.
in Florida, with flood insurance, it's a percentage of the home. So if it's $1 million home, it's usually 2 or 4%. So you're looking at 20,000.
For a deductible only?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I rented 2 yesterday, which were townhomes, but they were a percentage. So one was 2,700 and the other one was 2,500.
But that just varies depending on the insurance you have, huh?
Yeah, that and it's if you want a higher deductible, lower premium. A lot of
Yeah.
people go that way.
One was in Gainesville. It was a garage they made to a bonus room and the washer overflowed. And we went out there and then they changed their mind, like, we'll just handle it ourselves. I'm like, well, we're giving you an estimate. I don't know. So we're picking up the equipment.
Yeah.
And then the other one, he had groundwater get into his basement, and because SurfPro could get there, they said 30 minutes faster than me. He went with them. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
whatever.
Y'all look like a lot of troublemakers over here.
What do you mean?
No, we're trying to stay away from the tax lady.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I never hung out with girls. I always had my 4 brothers.
Huh.
I was too busy trying to get out of the dryer
Headlines.
or... Except it's all the same. It's actually funny. We all went out to eat, and the waitress came to the table and asked my dad. She was like, "Are these all your kids?" He said, "Yeah, by my first wife." And my mom looked at him and he said, she's like, "Buddy." And he's like, "Well, you are my first wife."
I'm Andre. Good to meet you.
Stacy Ware.
They left me at
New
McDonald's.
Leaf. Awesome. I'm Ben Hildebrandt.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Just put your name down there. Do you have a business card? Awesome. You can leave that with me. This is Ray, right? Ray's our insurance guy. Andre does junk removal and stump grinding and anything else.
Yeah, I do it all. So this right here is a trash pile right here. And typically this is from a DIYer or a small contractor that is just doing a small project around the house. This is where we can come in and save them money from them not needing a full dumpster from like another company. They just call us, we come in, we give them a free on-site estimate. If the price works for them, we go ahead, load it up and haul it away. And then that's what we make the job look like after. We try to make it pretty much spotless like it wasn't there. And we take a lot of pride in our work. We don't like to leave a mess behind. This right here is me removing an old TV from an old person's house. So I don't even know if that thing works, but I've never seen one work personally.
My brother still has his in his basement.
Yeah.
parents do too.
They can call me, I'll come haul
I'm
it
gonna tell
over.
my brother you said he was old though.
Yes.
They're so heavy, you don't want to
to
move them.
Well,
No,
because
they're
then
actually
don't
very light.
work, are
They look very heavy, but they are pretty empty on the inside. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I push it over and load it in the trailer by myself. It's a one-person job. Unless there are stairs and stuff involved, then you probably need a second person for safety. But they are very old and light, surprisingly. Maybe some are heavy, but this model is pretty light.
Some of us remember those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, even older ones are heavier.
Maybe ours was that older one.
Yeah. Now, all right. This right here is actually a job I did for one of the vet customers where they had junk all over the property. I believe it was an eviction, right? Yeah, so I got paid by the actual homeowner, and this is all the junk like around the property. This is the front of the property. I mean, junk was overflowing into the road. This is another angle. This is the back of the house right here, junk from the back. There was more. I don't think I took the pictures from the beginning of the job, but there was a ton of junk on this one. And then that's the other side of the house. All right, this right here is another service we offer as like tree removal. So basically, for this customer right here, he had a tree fall over in his backyard when they had a storm, and he just cut it up himself, and then he was like, yeah, I'm never gonna burn this, and he just wanted it removed. So he gave us a call, we came out, we checked out the job site, we agreed on a price, and prices vary depending on the situation. Every job has different access, different items, so the landfill prices vary, so that's why we do free on-site estimates, and that way we can give you an accurate price. This right here is it being loaded and then being disposed at the landfill where they're gonna recycle it, mulch it up into mulch, and then sell it.
You wouldn't sell it yourself?
No, I can't sell branches. Nobody's gonna pay for it. You have to pay to get rid of it.
Didn't buy you a mulcher.
It's chipper, but then and then what are you gonna do with it? This right here is chips after they've been chipped up. They're not really worth anything. Everybody gives them away for free. They can even deliver them to your house. So they're not really worth anything. But this right here is another customer that had a big pile of mulch after he had some trees removed at his house. and he started tackling it with that shovel up top. He ran a couple shovels in that pile, and he's like, nope, too much work. And it is. By hand, this is an insane amount of work, but the machine got it knocked out within 2 hours and spread exactly where he wanted. So machines do save a lot of time, so that's where I can also come in and, you know, use my equipment and save you a lot of labor and time if your time's worth money. And then that's what the pod looked like after, all gone.
Good job, Master.
This right here is a material delivery service we offer. So we have a dump trailer that we use mostly for junk removal, but we also offer other miscellaneous service like material delivery. So this customer right here was working on a drain pipe, and he called us out because he needed material. So we brought him in a load of gravel, and then he called us back for a different property for a load of dirt. This right here is a customer that was moving, and they had a pile of junk pretty much that they needed to get rid of, and they needed some time to think through it. And one thing they can do is they can set it behind the house if they don't want neighbors seeing it, or in front, whatever, it doesn't matter. We can come in after they have that whole pile set aside and remove it for them. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. I don't have words up here because I hate reading. I like to just free speak. So this right here is a job I did for a farmer. So they had a shed that fell over. He removed all the metal off of it because he wanted to keep it was still in pretty good condition, but he didn't want to burn all of these old 2x4s or 2x6s, 4x4s. So that's another job where I came in with my skid steer, broke it all apart, loaded the dump trailer, hauled it away, and then disposed of it at the landfill. Another service we offer is stumps. So a lot of people like to replant bushes after they get overgrown, so they cut them down, but they can't replant unless they get rid of the stump if they want to use the same location. And that's where we come in, and we can pretty much grind the stumps. Same thing for trees to fall over. If you don't want that ugly stump looking in your yard, call me, I'll come out, get it done for you. And that's what I make it look like. We can also come in and bring dirt, but typically people don't really go for that option because they don't really know what they want to do with that area yet. But then eventually, whenever they do like to get it done, they like to get someone else to seed the grass or whatever. This right here is a job I recently did with Brian. So I also do help contractors or even homeowners that want to take care of projects on their own and they just need an extra hand because they don't have equipment. I can come in and help them with whatever they need done. I'll basically just be your helper. You tell me, hey, I want you to do this, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna tell you what to do unless you ask me, and I can tell you how to do it. But yeah, this is what we did with Brian. He asked me to come in with him and help him grade away from this house. That way the water can loop around the house, because what was happening when we got a lot of rain, since this house was on a hill, the water would roll up to the house, run around it, and actually enter the basement. I believe it caused a lot of damage for your customer, right?
Yeah, it was half finished, so the unfinished side was fine, but the finished side, we had to cut everything out, replace the floor, drywall, and all that, so she's trying to avoid that from happening again.
The finished side was messed up?
Yeah.
Not the unfinished side?
Yeah,
That would
unfinished
be
on
all.
concrete. So it came down to the finished side and then ran across the wall to the whole back side of the basement.
So if your contractor needs help, or you, the DIYer, need help, I can come in and help you.
Okay, you were talking about the tree stump removal. What if it's against concrete? Because I have a tree stump that I want grinded, but it's next to the driveway.
That's totally fine. How does it go? Is it just like on this side and then there's the driveway, or what?
Yeah, but you can tell the roots have gone underneath the driveway and it's cracked the driveway.
Okay.
I
so-
just want the stump removed. I don't care about the...
Yeah, so you can remove the stump still. The roots that go under it, they're gonna be fine. They'll be cut off from the stump after I grind it. And whenever the contractor you decide to hire to come do the concrete, when they're gonna rip that slab out, the root is just gonna be hanging out over there. Or if the stump is gone, eventually with years, the root is gonna decompose, and you still have a concrete slab, but once you drive over, it'll probably drop back down after the root is gone.
Okay.
No junk removal questions? You guys don't have any junk?
I have a lot of clothes that I need to figure out.
Yeah, for clothes, honestly, if they're in pretty good condition, you can take them to Goodwill and just get rid of them for
No, I
free.
was kidding. I just need extra closet space.
I'm not getting rid of it.
Call on her, he'll get
Linda needs to build a new home for you.
Guys,
Speaking of that, do you do, I know there's a guy in Florida Branch that kind of does what you do, and he'll also do, like pick up for donations to Goodwill and stuff.
I do. So I do take stuff for customers. Typically, when they move, they want to do a whole house sometimes because they're downsizing into an apartment, and they'll have a pile, let's say half junk, half good stuff. And that's how the price is going to fluctuate as well. Because if I'm taking it to Goodwill, it's going to be a little bit cheaper than the landfill sometimes. But it also depends on what type of items I'm taking, because sometimes items that you want to take care of take a lot longer to move depending on location, and take it to Goodwill in the same condition compared to just breaking it apart and moving it downstairs and throwing it away. Go ahead, Ray. You had a question?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you what your 5-year goal is.
My 5-year goal is to just continue doing what I'm doing. I'm not really looking to get much bigger. I like being a one-man show.
I was just going to talk about, what was it that you did for my neighbor? So in Mallards, we have our yards, and then we have trees behind it.
Yes, so for your neighbor, Michael called me out there to first initially grind stumps and then make holes in the ground so they can install a fence. And I did that, and then later on, he ended up calling me out to completely remove like all the stumps, because he didn't want all of them grinded at first, and then all the brush and stuff like that, and remove a tree, and then just kind of grade the backyard, and that way they can have it ready for their next project. I'm not sure what they're gonna do eventually when they decide to.
Yeah, he was out there y'all, you worked so hard, but he took all the brush, and we have like just unkept woods kind of separating us from the power lines, and now my neighbor's is so pretty, and ours is.
Well, you can get it done too.
Come on,
Yeah.
Beth. I know. Just saying, but
Yeah.
you did a great job.
So you cut down trees?
Yeah, we do that as well.
How big?
As big as the sky.
Andre's hauled trees, like we had a pine tree drop in our property, and they hauled that out, and then you took the junk that those people left behind. Oh yeah, he cleaned out our whole shop, because there was shelves and stuff in the shop that Ryan didn't want anymore, and he came in and broke it all down. Like, we just opened the shop and he did it all, hauled all that away, and then we also hired him to do, because we have a gravel driveway, and I don't know, I left and we needed gravel, and I got home and it was absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
So he's done a lot of work just at our little farmhouse.
Yeah, pretty big farmhouse. It's a nice size.
Now Ryan has a tractor, so now we just need the trailer to haul it off, I guess.
You moved an entire forest from our client's backyard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So for she had a customer that was from out of state, where we all pretty much teamed up on the project, and they needed a lot of work done, because I think you tried to get them to sell the house as is if they wanted to, and or like offered it to them.
There was no way to sell that as is.
No?
It didn't come with the suit.
So yeah, he just basically told me to clear out the backyard, and he wanted to clean, and that's what we did. I don't have any pictures on this one. I think I showed pictures of that on my last presentation.
I'll tell you what, it was so grown up that it was damaging the gutters. Not the
Yeah, some trees
downspouts, but
were
the gutters.
bending
It
the
got all
gutters
over.
of the house and stuff
Well, even
like
the
that.
septic, yeah, the trees were getting in the septic guys had a heyday over there with the trees.
The normal weeds and stuff actually became like trees. They were this big around on the small.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were gigantic.
Had I went over there before he done it, I probably could have climbed the tree to get on the roof.
Yeah, you could have.
You couldn't have
I
gotten
did that and
that.
looked to see if the gutters are
I
full.
probably would have had to climb a tree.
Yeah.
To get on the roof, let's put it that way.
Well, you did stuff in the front yard too. You
Yes, so
cleaned
they
out
had
that
brush
front yard.
everywhere, and I cleared out the front yard, backyard.
One of my guys that works for me was moving all the way in Sugarloaf, and I called him late and kind of asked him if he could go out there within the next couple of days, and he calls me back and he says, well, I'm leaving Habersham, I just head that way. This is like 6 o'clock. So he goes to Swanee, because the guy had to have it gone the next day. He got it all done that afternoon. So just great customer service there.
And they kept getting notices from the city that they were about to be fined, and so the tenants would not clean up the mess. I don't think that this person actually went out to the house and knew exactly what she was getting into. And so when we called Andre, I mean, it was a inside, outside, there was stuff everywhere, and it was a huge project, and Andre never complained. Like, he jumped on and got it done, even though it was quite a distance from his house. And so it also saved the homeowners from being fined with the city. And matter of fact, the lady that does the local ordinance she was so impressed with Andre and how he took care of all the stuff. So I appreciate you so much.
Testimonial for Andre. Beth had a client that we ended up helping sell the house. We actually ended up selling to Open Door. That is a process that I can help as well. But they were hoarders. They had pulled up all of their flooring and their dogs used the bathroom in the house on the concrete. And Andre actually worked with the husband, and he had to be out per Open Doors rules. He had to be out by a specific time. And I mean, they were there working. He's like, what time do you want to be there? Andre was. He's like, what time do you want to be there? I will stay, and making sure that that house was as empty as possible. And so just great customer service, great communication, and everyone was really just happy in the end.
Would you ever rent that machine out with the bush hog on it? With the bucket and the bush hog?
Like for you to use like at your
Hunting property?
hunting property? Yeah, we can work something out.
Okay, it'd be later in the year, but
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
You have a trailer and stuff, or you'd need one? I mean, I can get you a trailer.
I got a trailer. I got a double axle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll
Just
get
let
with
me
you
know.
because last year I rented a dingo just to go down there and work a little bit in the woods.
Yeah.
And I got the bucket and like a rake thing that just turns up the ground, you know?
Yeah, okay, Harley rake, yeah.
Yes, yep. So, because I didn't have any mulcher or brush cutter. Like,
Yeah.
nobody rents one with it, so I was like, man, that's kind of the whole reason I was going to rent one.
I know you'd probably have to come out to do an estimate, but ballpark, what would the stump grinding price look like for you?
Depending on the size of it.
Yeah.
It's probably about this big. I don't know. Like I said, I just drive around it. I didn't cut the tree down. It was cut down before we bought the house, and so the stump's just been there for.
Just go home,
long
put your
as it's
tape
been
measure
there.
across it, send a
Just
picture.
take me a take a picture and send it to me. It
Yeah.
just depends.
Okay.
Typically, I try to get at least $200 whenever I'm coming out for a stump.
Right. Sweet, man. Yeah,
deal,
sorry.
man.
I know my sister said that I think they contacted you, but they wound up getting someone to take their junk free, apparently. So.
I just got out of the networking group. I didn't record everything, but I did get to record quite a bit of stuff, so I'll try to make a video on that for you guys, and I hope you guys find this information pretty helpful for those of you guys that are looking for this type of stuff. I wish I would have seen a video like this before I joined, because honestly I probably would have joined sooner, because it is very helpful. I won't tell you to join because it is not worth it for everybody. I can guarantee you that right now. Some people are just throwing money and their time away being in a group like this, and then some people are doing absolutely phenomenal and racking in a bunch of money and making a bunch of good connections. It's different from every group. You got to really go out there and check them out. It is free for the first 2 times, so if you don't think that this group is a good fit after you go to twice, don't join. Move on to the next location. Check more places out. I didn't. I visited this place the first time ever, and I joined because I thought it was a good idea, and it has been a very good idea. The meeting is over, so I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I didn't record absolutely everything, but I did record some stuff for you guys to see. That way you guys can get a better understanding of BNI, and I won't be tying in the rest of my day into this video. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace.